best player by far is Phil Ivey. And Phil Ivey clearly plays his own style and clearly has the ability to read people, this white magic that Phil Hellmuth is talking about. So I'm not sure that is really the main issue that people have with Hellmuth's play. It more has to do with, especially when he's short-stacked, playing a little bit too tight, making some suspect theoretical plays. But overall, Phil Hellmuth clearly is a very good player. It's just that now there are a lot of other very good players who have played lots of hands and have the ability to win tournaments. When Phil won the majority of his World Series bracelets, it was in a different time in poker when people weren't as educated, weren't as advanced in their play. And, you know, he's managed to kind of still stay, you know, at the, you know, close to the top of the game, but it's just become much tougher in this day and age.
I'm with Phil. You commentators will not give him any credit. I mean, you just begrudge him his success, and I'm with Phil.
I'm putting him on young guy, you on commentator, okay? All right, Trickett once again with a raise to open the action to 1.2 million. Brian Rast made the call, folded by Hellmuth, now to Antonio Esfandiari, who's our chip leader once again with just about 39 million. That 40 million chip mark is tough to get by. Okay, so three-way action. Antonio calling from the big blind. All hearts, 4 tray 8. Antonio checks.
Check.
Sam Trickett just has the look of a winner at the table. I know he's a great player, but just the way he comports himself, just his body language, you know, good-looking kid. He doesn't have to worry about his hair. It just wakes up in the morning and looks that way. He can concentrate on high-level poker. I'd never want to bet against him.
The blinds right now at 300 and 600,000, 75,000 chip ante. So Trickett with his raise raised it 600,000, the minimum amount you could raise.
$1.8.
$1.8 million from Trickett, and now Rast on the button has position on the other two. And you can see how the blinds really affect the play late in the action. Every bet incrementally larger and more effect on the shorter stacks. Each player entered the tournament for $1 million. Got 3 million chips. 6 players remaining. And there's a call from Rast. Antonio folded. The pot is on almost 8 million. 10 of spades on the turn. So now Trickett could not shake Rast and ask how much you have left. Rast started the hand with just over 15 million. Trickett with over 34 million. About 12 left for Rast.
An 8 in a pot. I expect Sam to bet a little over 3 million here, if he is going to bet again.
Sam Trickett being very thoughtful, and who can fault him? His results have proven he's doing a lot of right things in the poker world.
Now he credits Phil Galfon's training videos for honing his game when he first started in poker.
It's like over 3 million, 3.8 million from Trickett. Now Rast is in it up to his neck. Three hearts on board. Does Trickett have it? Rast not going anywhere.
Wow, this pot is huge. And there's basically, it looks like one bet left. So Sam is
3.8.
Sam is building a pot, which looks like it's he could be just going all in on the river.
That's a call of 3.8 million from Rast. The river card. Tray of spades pairs the board.
Which is a card that is going to make Sam much more likely to go all in. Doesn't complete any of the draws.
My goodness. A huge moment for both of these players. Trickett had been hovering near or at the top of the leaderboard. A loss here would really hurt. Rast, in essence, sounds like he's willing to risk most of his or all of his chips.
I mean, it really depends. If Brian did call with a big draw, he's clearly missed. If Brian had a hand like Queen 10 of hearts and now has a 10, he's going to have a really difficult decision. I think Sam could have anywhere between, if for his good hands, maybe Jack 10 plus. But Sam could be bluffing here too, with either a missed draw or just an aggressively played hand that is trying to push Brian out of the pot. When it comes down to two players as good and aggressive,
all in,
tough to predict.
All in and call.
And Brian looks like he was trapping.
Oh my God.
And let's see the hands. Wow, quad trays against the nut flush.
Hand of the night.
Oh my goodness. Quads have been a running theme in this tournament. And Trickett with his quad trays gets Brian Rast with the nut flush.
What a cooler for Sam Trickett.
And I think Brian played his hand very well, trapping the whole way, obviously, with the nuts. Gets very unlucky for the board to pair and Sam to hit quads. I'm pretty sure Sam goes all in on almost any river card that is not a heart.
Brian Rast won 2 bracelets last year. This was his second final table of this World Series. A 30-year-old pro will be making money in this game.